Hey there, crew, I'm Eddie. Welcome to our channel. There are many like it, but this one is mine. If you guys know, where that's from. Today we're back at the job, and in a previous video, you might have seen us doing some electrical outlets, some switches. I think Justin will probably drop some clips here. We were working in the master suite, putting on some 4-inch LED lighting around the perimeter. I was removing some switches in there. Today, we are back at the Great Room, and we're also gonna be working in the Great Foyer. The reason why we're back here is because there is a final decision on the lighting that's gonna come in here. We already did the holes for the speakers where we were using the scaffold. Justin put a clip here on when we were using the scaffold. Now that scaffold was kind of dangerous, but we were borrowing it from the workers that were here before. But this time, check it out over here. We got Gus on a new scaffold that we rented out for today, okay? And then he is already working on some of the lights that we're gonna be doing up here. We are installing 8-inch Ambico LED waffles up there. And then of course, we're gonna be removing all this lighting that's over here. We got a laser right on the floor, dead center in the room. And I don't know if Justin, if you can see that. So we have a laser right over here. It's dead center on the room. And then we're gonna be removing all these lights that's on here. And I'm also gonna be working on the Great Foyer. Check this out. In the entry foyer, we're also gonna be removing the lighting that's on here. So in the ceiling, we're gonna remove all the lighting that you see up there. And Gus already removed 2 heat cans that were in the front. We're gonna remove all those recessed lighting that's on there and all those cans. Right above Justin, I already removed 3 heat cans that were already up there and replaced them with 8-inch LED waffles. And we're gonna be doing the same 8-inch all across the ceiling in here. And you know what? I'm actually gonna join you up there, Justin, so they can see how we're gonna make this work. So we got Gus right on the scaffolding over here. Check it out. All right, so he's already ready for us. He's making the cuts already. We got the tools. So either me or Justin, we're gonna be working as floaters while Gus is over here. So we're gonna hand him any tools that he needs last minute. In fact, he's already pointing at us that he needs an 8-inch LED waffle. So let me go ahead and hand that to him. Okay, and then off camera, we already prepped up all the LED lights. So check it out. We are working with Ambico 6-inch, actually, 8-inch. This is the box for the 6-inch. We're working with 8-inch LED waffles. We already prepped up all the little housings with the bushings that are on there. And we're also put the Wagos inside the housing. Once we put it in the ceiling, we're gonna select the temperature that's on there. Now these lights are gonna be comparable with Savant. When we put the Savant smart lighting system, they're actually dimmable. I think I was told to 5% minimum. So all we gotta do is get these lights up. See what Justin is doing. Oh, look, Gus already's got a light up there. Should we give that a go, see what that looks like and turn it on? All right, let's see. I'm gonna go to the switch and turn that on. Okay. Although we have 7 more to go in this room, Gus just started with 1 of them. So let's see what that looks like and see if it's gonna light up. Let's see, here we go. Oh, look at that. Nice, see that up there? All right, crew, if you're taking a look at the rest of the ceiling, you're gonna see all these lights are already up there. We're gonna remove each and every one of those, gone. And we're gonna replace them with 8-inch LED waffle. Oh, did I just bump it into my laser? Yes, I did. All right, I'm gonna have to fix that a second or 2 later. All right, I think Gus is ready with that one. He wants to move on to this one, so let's move on. Okay, crew, Gus is telling us that he's ready to go for the next light. I already removed all the brakes. He is safe handling his hands on the handle rail, so let's go ahead and bump him. All right, let's get him going to the next one. Here we go. All righty. Here it is. Let's get Gus set up on the next light. Alrighty then. Oh, I almost fell, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and let me know if Gus, are you okay? Good? Alrighty. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock the wheels for safekeeping. Here we go. Okay. Okay, Gus is all locked in. He's ready to go over there. And now he's gonna, oh, wait a minute. Let me shut off the, okay, now he can work with that. All right, so Gus is gonna remove those 2 lights that are right there, and then he's gonna copy the same thing that's over here. Now crew, if you're gonna see the extra holes, that's fine. The larger hole that you're gonna see, that's the speaker. We're gonna come back and install speaker. The other round hole that's on there, that's the existing light. Gus removed it, and then we put the new 8-inch LED waffle up there. And now let's rinse and repeat that about 6 more times around this room. All right, so let's go. All right, crew, while Justin and Gus are hard at work over here, working on these lights, this is gonna take a while to get this done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna jump into the attic, and I don't think we've shown you the attic in the past. So follow me this way. All right, we'll go to the attic from here. Now, of course, you might remember this room where we were running some LED waffles over here. We made some 6-inch cuts and we kind of screwed it up. We had to repatch them and put smaller holes up here. Justin actually cut this open over here and he patched it up. We needed to run some Romex there. And now this is the access to the attic. So let's go up here and join me. All right, here we go. So this is a bird's eye view of what the attic looks like. Remember in that video, we said that we didn't want to like open up the attic and we removed some of the crown molding so we can run some Romex for those LED lightings. But in this instance, I'm actually standing above the foyer. Now take a look over here, Justin. You see these axes? This is where they actually had those heat cans installed. We removed those and we installed LED waffles in there. So I'm actually standing right on top where Gus is working right around here. Actually, let's turn this on. There it is. So Gus is working right over here. Me, I think I'm gonna be working right on top over here. I think, if you see this bracket here, this is the chandelier. On a previous video, we removed the chandelier, and now this is already pre-cut, which is access to the chandelier. Now, folks, can't tell you enough how careful you have to be when you're standing in an attic, and especially about 20 feet off the ground. And we're lucky that it's boarded up, so we can walk all we want. But if we start exposing the floor like this, let me remove some of this insulation here. Now, see this over here, folks? This is the actual ceiling of the entry foyer. This is one of the lights that's next to the chandelier, and this bracket is holding the chandelier gang box that's right there. So if I was to stand right in this, I would fall right through the floor and end up in the main level. So the point of this exercise over here is I need to remove the cabling for the small spotlight that's next to the chandelier, which is this one. So I'm gonna remove this light. And actually, if you take a look over here, Justin, I don't know if you want to crawl in there and sneak the phone right through the hole so they can actually get a view of what that looks like down there. See, that's actually the entry foyer. And if you can see the stairs, let me see if I can hold it like this. See, check this out. Now, you can see that's the entry foyer. That's the stairs. That's the catwalk where Justin and Gus are working on. And we're actually standing all upstairs in the attic. All right, here we go. Let's bring it back up. All right, so hand that over to Justin. So in here, I'm gonna spend some time in here. I think I'm gonna open up over there, right over here, which is the 2 lights that are above the stairway. And the scaffold is not gonna allow us to get there. And we cannot build platforms across because it's a finished house. And we don't have that kind of equipment. You know, we're not high-end Hollywood yet, but we're gonna go ahead and remove this board here, exposing those 2 lights that are above the stairway. And then I can remove it from the top in here. And then I'm actually gonna install it from the top. All right, so let me go get some tools, fill up my tool bag, and get started, all right? All right, folks, looks like Gus is done with another light, and looks like Justin is gonna move him. Let's get Gus locked in onto the next light. Here we go. Here's get him in there. Here you go. All right, lock him in. He's ready for the next one. He's got 2 down. 1 and 2. I know it looks like polka dots right now, folks, but trust me, once it's all done, those lights will be covered. Those holes will be covered, and there's Gus. He's gonna get on the next one. All right, I'm gonna go back to the attic. Okay, there it is. Another one down. And Justin is moving in Gus to the next location so he could get that light out of there. So there it is. Go ahead and place him. There it is. And okay, looks like Gus likes it right there. Justin's gonna lock that. And I'm working upstairs, and let me show you what I'm working with. So let me run upstairs. Okay, so I was trying to remove that paneling up there, 3/4, that 3/4 paneling that's covering up the foyer ceiling for me to remove those 2 lights that are across the stairway from the entry foyer, and I was not successful. I was using a crowbar. In fact, let's go over here so I can show you my office. There it is. I was actually using a crowbar and a hammer, and I was hammering out this area right here. So I was trying to take out the nails, all these nails right here. I was trying to take them out, and then as soon as I started lifting it, they did a really great job over here sealing up this ceiling with nails and glue. So it's actually glued down. So I'm actually destroying it. So I decided to stop, and I'm gonna take a different route. So I'm gonna use a saw blade, all right? And I already set up my saw blade to the diameter of the 3/4 right there. And then I'm actually gonna mark an area right around here. Actually, the chandeliers right there and the 2 lights are actually from here to here. So I'm gonna cut this area. I'm gonna use the level and just create a nice little square, use my pencil mark, and then cut that open and see if I actually have an easier access to those lights that are in the foyer. All right, so let's go. Okay, crew, so the idea of the hammer and the crowbar, it's gonna go buckus. It's not gonna work for us today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a big cut in here, and then expose the lights from above. Now, I'm watching for the nails that are going this way because all the joists are actually going this way. So what I'm gonna do is, when I make my mark, I'm actually gonna make my mark away from the joist so then I don't run my blade into those nails. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it away from the nails on the inside. Of course, once I make that cut, the board, it's not gonna have anything to hold on to when I reinstall it back again. So we're gonna go ahead and put some 2x in there and then just create a nailer so that we can re-nail it, the axis again. So let me go ahead and make some marks. Here's my friendly pencil. Okay, here it is. That is the joist right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and go this way. And I'm making that this way. Okay, so I'm gonna cut right around here. All right, let me cut here. That's real good. Right there. All right, I'm gonna stay away from the nails. Okay. Okay. Right, folks, so I already make my marks here to start making our cut, and I got my saw blade right here. So, see, there it is, it's ready to go. This is a very powerful tool, and I cannot stress enough to be very careful with this tool. This is actually a bone cutter. So, we got the guard right in here, and but since I don't have an edge so I can start cutting into, I actually have to first expose my blade. See that? So then I can make my cut. So let's see, here we go. There's gonna be my cut right here. So let's start cutting. Okay, here we go. Let's go to the next. Now, folks, whenever you're using a saw blade like this, always be mindful of your power cord. Make sure that you don't run it over and get it caught in there. And of course, actually, if you hit it, then it's just gonna kill the power. Right, let's get it on a different angle right here and get this cut. Okay, here we go. Here's my last run. Get my power away from there. Be careful, man. Okay, let's go. Okay, all right, folks, I make my cut. Let me go ahead and unplug it for safekeeping. Okay, let's see if that works. Hopefully it did, so that I don't have to do a second run. All right, here we go. Let's see. Come on, baby, come on. Okay. Let's see. And there we go, folks. We got that cut already. Looks like I went a little bit over. That's why I was having a little trouble. I should have measured the distance between the two joists and I would have gotten in there. All right, let's see. Let's see if I got the right location. Where are these lights? I do not see them. Okay, so I did a little misfire on that one on calculation. And this is what it looks like, folks. There is the exposed area. I make my cut and I don't see the lights. Chandelier, it's right over there. The lights needed to be here. But I think I know where I failed. I think I know. Let me show you. Okay, coming back downstairs from the attic. Oh, there is Gus and Justin still hard at work, working on those LED lights. So now, this is, oh, actually, hold on. Gus is in action right now. He's cutting an 8-inch cutout. Here it is. Awesome. And he's about to put that LED light in there. There's Justin. Looks like he's got the laser. And looks like he's actually shooting the lasers true square to the room so we can work on these middle lights over here. Anyways, all right, back to my mistake. Okay, folks, so I think I made an error and this is the error. I forgot to calculate for the crown molding. Okay, see that there is an extensive crown molding in there. So I'm actually inside that joist, right there in the empty space between it. So now I have to cut on the next one. So if they're spaced out by 12 inches or 18 inches, we got then 12, 24, so I gotta go this way. All right, let's go back upstairs and cut again. Right, folks, we're gonna give this a shot again. All right, let's see what we got here. This is one joist over here. Here's the next joist. I'm just gonna make a mark again and go with it. Alrighty then, here we go. Okay, here's the row of nails. I'm gonna try to stay away from that so my blade doesn't cut up. I don't want to screw up the, I'm sure it'll cut through it, but I just don't want to screw up the blade. All right, let me go ahead and plug it in. Safety glass. Okay, power. We got it. Oh, uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, I think I know what it is. All right, folks, it's recording in the dark. What just happened is that there's a splice on the cable. Looks like a previous worker cut right through the power. All right. Okay, folks, coming back from that pitch dark. So if you noticed a second ago, I lost power and things just went completely dark. And I just noticed, I don't know why, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. It's not my saw blade. I'm borrowing it for the workers that are here. We should have our own. We will invest in a new one. And you know, we're getting into more of the custom work these days. So this is exactly what happened. Check it out. The cord was exposed and I didn't notice that. I have no excuse. I should have caught that. I'm sorry. Messing with electricity, it's you have to be careful in pay attention to it. And look, but again, this was existing. And I noticed that it's also here as well. See that? So they taped it here, but then this was exposed. So you know what that's telling me? What that's telling me is what I said earlier in the video. You have to be careful using the saw blade because you're gonna run right through the power cord. I didn't run through the power cord. You notice that I was in the middle of making my new cut between the two joists that I needed to expose the lights from downstairs. I only touched the cable and moved it. And then it made a spark, tripped the breaker. I went over there, tripped it. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna fix that temporarily by using some cable connectors here for electrical, some ring nuts. And let's move on. Okay, here we go. Let's try that again. So now I've properly fixed that temporarily, of course, until I tell the workers that are working here to get a better cord and fix that up. So I'm just gonna do that temporarily for now. Here we go, I'm gonna plug it in. Here we go. Make sure I have power. Fingers away. Power cord away. Okay, here we go. Let's get it one more time. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Unplug it. No power to the blade. Go. Now let's remove this one from here. Okay, we got a couple of nails that I'm probably gonna have to. All right, found them. But now I gotta keep cutting that way. There's another can right over there that I had to take out. So, Jesus, look at these lights. See that right there? Huge, large heat cans. Hold that in there. So here's the light. Actually, it's hot right now because it's on from below. There's our junction box. These are the Romex that we need on those clips. And I'm just gonna remove these two. And I think we're gonna end up with one in the middle right here. Okay, all right. Let's just get it. Let's just get it done. Update, folks, there it is. I made another cut, and these are the lights that I needed to take out. Now from below, they look tiny. They just look like regular hi-hats on below it in there. They're not. They're these huge lights that they put out a lot of heat. That's why they have these protective heat cans for above the attic. And it's safe to insulate around them, I guess. And so now I gotta take these out. Alrighty, and you know what? I'm thinking that we're gonna run into the same problem over there with the light that's above the front door in the foyer and the light that's above the archway to go to the main floor office. I think we're gonna run into that again. And not only that, since I'm up here, guess what? I kept hearing the guys working. So we go over here. Now I'm standing above the great room. And then over here, look, I found another one that Gus was working on that he found it impossible to remove. So I came up here, look, I exposed that. And we found another one right in here. There it is. So he installed the LED. He left me the waffle right over here for me to install. Okay, so he's done down there. All I gotta do is remove these cans that are in there and repurpose the Romex that's in there. And then of course, with dead power, we're not gonna have the light on when we're doing this work. But I think I'm gonna have to also cut here, remove these, return AC. I'm just running out of words because of the work that's in front of us. I don't even know what to say. I'm running out of words. I can't believe it. The job, it's bigger than what it is, bigger than what it was, bigger than what it was told. And that's why sometimes when you quote a job, you gotta let them know that you're gonna run into things and open up the walls more, or ceilings, or floors, and discover things. Because we're working with a finished house. That's why it's not open. Like right now, you see, all this is open. And we can see what's going on. It's the attic. We can see what's above us. But the floor of the attic, it's completely boarded out. Look at that. There's also a UHF, VHF antenna in there. Now, for those that go back If you can drop into the comments and let me know what the VHF and UHF stands for and which channels are in the VHF and UHF. I know what they are. Anyways, we're also gotta take that antenna. Now, for those that know anything about antennas, if you notice that the front tail of the antenna, it's the one that's been pointing to the TV stations back in the day. So if that's pointing this way, and we are in the New Jersey area, and the antenna used to be the Twin Towers or the Empire State Building, what that's telling me right there is that right now, it's pointing towards New York City that way. A little bit of, pro tip or tech tip for the day. All right, I think I'm yapping that is because I don't know, we gotta get into this. We gotta do it. All right, let's get to it. Okay, folks, a little bit of an update what's going on up here with me. Actually, the guys are still working hard on the Great Room, putting those 8-inch LED lights 18 feet above ground floor level. And so you saw me cut this open and you just saw me removing those big can lights. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is, because we don't have any access or platforms from the stairway, we're not Hollywood yet, okay? So we wanna get there and help us get there by subscribing, sharing, and liking, and maybe dropping a few comments. Now, what I gotta do over here is that I have access from the top, so I got my round saw cutter, and then I got my 8-inch LED waffle right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut it from the top over here, right above us, and then install the LED light from the top, and then make the connection from the top. And then, so I need to be exactly in that middle, lined up with the chandelier. So what I'm doing is I'm actually looking at the chandelier junction box, which is right over here. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, you see it? That's it right there. So that's the chandelier, and it's anchored on 2x with this bracketing system that's right here to hold the weight. And if we look at the line of the paneling, notice that I'm actually going to use that as a center reference line. So let me go ahead and follow that, right? And then I'm going to use that to use my round saw cutter and cut my 8-inch, and then I don't know, maybe I'll get lucky, try that, all right? So let's try it. Okay, folks, I am getting in position to make this 8-inch cut from the top. And remember, I am following that line of the 3/4 paneling on the floor that is meeting up with the junction box for the chandelier. So I think it puts me right around somewhere here. Let me see, I think so. All right, I'm lining up my blade with the lining of the 3/4 paneling that's on there, and now let me go ahead and get that locked in there, and let's go ahead and start spinning this blade and make my cut. Here we go. And there it is. I made my cut, and guess what? It flew all the way down. All right, now let's go ahead and take our 8-inch LED waffle and then install it from the top. Okay, here we go, let's see. And there it is. Just make these wing nuts over here. And let me prepare the wing nuts. Let's see, here we go, okay, great. Okay, right from the top. And get that in there, come on. Let's get in, there it is. All right, I locked that in there. There is my housing for the LED, and here's my LED. It's all crimped up on top. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna make a patch cut over here and install it for the patch guys, and hopefully they'll be able to patch it from below. All right, now let's go ahead and work on that connection. Okay, folks, it is almost the end of the day for us over here, so I'm gonna pack it up, clean up, and check up on the guys. I think Justin is here. Gus is right here too, holding the light, and then they're helping me out close this up over here. And then I think we are ready to go. What do you think?
Oh, but what about that?
What do you mean?
You're not done yet.
I'm not?
Yeah, what about that?
Wait, did you spot something wrong?
Well, yeah, you can't leave an electrical connection like that.
Oh, wait a minute. So you are talking about an open junction like that?
Yeah.
But nobody's gonna see that. We're just gonna open this up. I'm sorry, we're gonna close it up. Nobody's gonna see that.
Fire hazard.
It is? Oh, well, guess what? I'm glad you spotted that. I got something for you. We are gonna use a Racketeer's open slice junction box. See that over here, Justin? All right, good job spotting that on there. This box, it comes to us from Racketeer's. We're not being sponsored for them, but this here, this allows you to find an open junction in the attic or on the walls or anything. Actually, you should never bury junction boxes, but this allows you to take an existing junction, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and let's say we're gonna rip out this little tab here. See that on there? And we can take the junction connection and put it inside. See that on there, Justin? Okay. Close it up. All right, let me get the drill. And look at that. There it is. This allows you to take an existing junction, exposed junction in attics or basements, and then close it. Even if it's live, you break a tab, put it in there, close it up, and there's called pass inspection. You can also break the bottom tabs in here so you can run the wires, and you can also screw it on the wall like this, and always have access to it, and there it is. Let's go home. What do you think of that? Is that a cool trick? All right, good. Not bad for TV guys doing some electrical work. All right, let's go. Alrighty, folks, it is the end of the day for us. We're gonna pack it up, and we got a lot done today. Now, it might not seem like it on TV, but it is. It takes a while to get this light up and remove the other ones. Check it out, here's a preview of what the guys have been doing. They got all these 8-inch round LED waffle lights in here. We still got, I believe, a couple more to do. No, we gotta we gotta get that one going. So this room is almost done. We gotta take apart the scaffold, bring it under this catwalk, and bring it over here to the entry foyer. There's my light that I just installed, there it is. Okay, good catch on Justin and Gus, noticing that open splice, but we put that open splice Racketeer box that allows you to install a junction box on an existing termination that's already terminated. You don't have to take it apart, you just put it in the box and then you're ready to go. Okay, so let's see, I think the guys packed up, right? They took out all the tools to the truck. We gotta sweep up, get out of here, and come back tomorrow. All right, so tomorrow we get to have more fun.